STLA 3000% burst.
I think I'm live here.
STLA 3000%.
One second, guys. Let me just go ahead and post this quick. That, and then we'll do like, all right, fine. All right, folks, what's going on? Good to be on. Trump tariff on autos not manufactured in the United States. 25% tariff on autos not manufactured in the United States. So I don't know why. Can you guys hear me? Forgot Toyota's ticker symbol. I don't know. So it looks like there's going to be 25% tariffs on cars not made in the U.S. What's going on, everyone? Good to be on, good to be in. I'm going to try and start streaming a little bit more. It's kind of funny because Tesla, they are... they're basically made in the U.S. and they're dropping right now. Oh, well, there must be something because now it's coming back up. I'm sure. I don't know where the live is on Trump right now. Oh, here we go. Anyways, guys, I'm going to keep this on in the background. I don't know what's going on with my screen. I wish you guys could see my charts at least, at minimum. I'm going to try and figure that out. If anybody knows, maybe it's on my stream key here, but I'm doing great. Good to be back. Good to be on. Good to be in. Just going to be talking about the markets, kind of just going over, you know, I'm going to turn this off here. I'm curious to see if Trump decides to if he decides to make interest payments on car loans deductible. He's mentioned it multiple times. If that ends up happening, that'd be pretty big for the car industry, I think.
The Middle West, they built 8 power stations. That's like the size of this desk or smaller.
Anyways, I'm gonna turn off the that. I'll have it on the background, but yeah, just trying to keep up with the markets, trying to keep up with the news. And you know, today was a big red day across the I'm not red today, but today was a red day across the markets as a whole. SPY down 1.19%. The Qs, I think we're down like 2%, right? Let's see here. 1.84%. Tesla down 5.58% after a 23% spike. Apple, I think, was it down about 1%. Microsoft, yeah, let's go. Costco was down, I think. Yeah, so across the board, the market's kind of coming down a little bit here today. We had some runners in the small cap world. We had VVPR, which I was potentially going to be overnight this one. I was debating on it after kind of the decline. But I think there was news right at the market open. Let's see here. Yeah, some type of news at the market open there. So, I can't predict that. I know the market's kind of warm right now. But look at that ramp. That's one of those stocks where you overnight it at like 230. You're up almost 100% overnight. And people wonder, why I trade small caps here and there. You're not really going to find hundreds of percentages trading on $1, $2, $3 billion worth of liquidity. People always wonder how I took $1,000, turned it into $1 million multiple times. It's like I had to find things that would pay out hundreds and hundreds of percentages, And in the small cap world, there's a lot of people that hate on it. Go ahead and hate on it all you want, but if it's trading 200, 300, 400 million, $1 billion, MLGO I believe was 2.1 billion on the first day. Today it's 375 million. And even more important, even just as important is the range. MLGO went from, what did it go from, $1 to like 19 in 2 days. So MLGO, let's call it, gapped up to 4, but the day before it was at 3 or 2. 2 days later, it's at almost $20. So, trading $2 billion a day, no matter what that is, China, US, biopharma, I don't really care. All I'm looking for is range and liquidity. After that, it doesn't matter. If you want to take a small amount and grow it into a big amount, you're going to have to find these opportunities and study them into the ground. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on my screen. I'm going to try and figure that out in the coming days. I want to show you charts and all that stuff, and it helps a lot. I don't want to screw anything up, though. I'm worried if I click buttons, it's going to screw up everything. So I'm just going to keep it as it is. And then, in the following days, I'm going to try and, change that. But so, that's how I became successful. I found things that, had range, liquidity, and I just study those opportunities into the ground. I study what's, GameStops and AMCs and, K Bio and, Elfin, Rise. You could go on and on, right? I could keep going, but sometimes there's these crazy moves where they run hundreds, if not thousands of percentages on tons and tons of volume, and they just keep on going. FFIE is another one. I try and be relatable to the everyday person because, I know what it's like to start with $1,000 and try and turn it into a large amount. It's extremely difficult. I'm not trying to say it's not, because it is, but you're not going to turn $1,000 into a life-changing amount of money trading Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook, right? Like, that's going to take years and years and years. And even then, there's no guarantee. And there's no guarantee in anything in this trading world or long-term investing or swing trading. But, at the end of the day, once you get to a point where you're comfortable, what I do at least is then I start going into long-term investments. I still trade on the day-to-day, but I take a lot of my capital, whether it's real estate or long-term investments, and I throw it away in there because It's way less stress. And the companies that I invest in, I truly, truly believe in. I also buy the S&P 500. I also buy the QQQ. I disperse my I guess my, I don't know what you want to call it, wealth, or I disperse my money around to work for itself, but also I'm still trading on the day to day, just because I enjoy it. I don't necessarily need to, but I enjoy what I do, and I still want to try and push the what can I do, mentality. How far can I take it, and but whenever you get to that point where you're comfortable, where you've taken that $1,000 or $500 and turned it into wherever you're comfortable, then if you want, you can take a step back and start looking into real companies. And I always say, again, nothing guaranteed, but S&P 500 is just one of the more safe options in the long term world. You're still putting on risk, you're still taking a chance, but again, once you get comfortable with your lifestyle, whatever that number is for you, then you can take that and let your money kind of compound on itself. But yeah, so that's really where we're at as a whole. I just wanted to come on and kind of obviously the markets are down today. There was opportunities though. VVPR, I think it was QB. Right now, GTEC is running after hours. MLGO had a little bit of range today, short or long. Excuse me. SURG kind of had a little range. I mean, and then, the small caps like the pennies, the PTPI traded. Let's see here. How much did that trade today? At least what I have it at is $263 million. And then I have OSHA at $87 million. So even these tiny penny names, they're starting to show a good amount of liquidity and range. I think PTPI right now is up 133% on the day. I think at its peak it was almost 300%. OSHA, it's up 47 at the close. I think now it's up like 70 or 60, something like that. So that's, there's opportunities out there left and right. It's just a matter of capitalizing and studying and putting yourself into a position where, you're prepared for what's coming ahead, right? Whether it be large caps, mid caps, small caps, there's always opportunity somewhere. It's just a matter of, the time that you put in to put yourself into a position to, create an opportunity for yourself, to feel comfortable, but still to capitalize on moves, whether it's long, short, options, whatever. Yeah. So how can I get into the 1K 30-minute challenge? You just start whenever you want. QNull, MLGO swing. If you're swinging that and you're in below like $3, good for you. $4. What's your thoughts on Tenon? I mean, that one, again, I traded over $1 billion. At least I'm only saying what I have it calculated at on my screen. I don't know if the volume calculator that I have is completely accurate, but I had it trading over $1 billion yesterday, and that thing was just kind of ugly. It gapped up way too much, and then, it did bounce from 326 up to 490, I think it was, and then it went all the way back down to 346. I mean, there's still good range there, short or long. But overall, I was really hoping for a ramp there to 6s, 7s, 8s. And, of course we didn't get it. But, still a lot of range and liquidity, just not as much as I thought MLGO would create on the backside so far. But we are starting to see more runners, and you can see how it's dispersing across the market. We had multiple runners today. The news that can make small caps run, it varies extremely. If Bitcoin's hot, I remember when Bitcoin PRs went crazy. If shippers are hot, shipping PRs, right? If what's the other one? Like AI, that one had some push to it. It's just you got to kind of follow where the trends are at, where the money's flowing, and then take it from there. But there's not specifically one type of news, I mean, there's news that's just like really good news for small caps. But, for the most part, what I've noticed in my career is you also have to be in a hot market. You might have good news on a small cap. And if you're not in a hot market, it might only run 30, 50, 60%. If you're in a hot market and it's good news, I mean, look at VVPR, right? What did that one run? That one ran like at least 100%, I think. Right? I mean, right now it's 84, it closed 418, so I think it ran over 100% from its highs. We're in a little bit warmer of a market, Something with $120 million takeover, I don't really know. I just see it kind of there, but it doesn't really, I mean, you just got to notice where the money's flowing, where the opportunities are at, and, go from there. But there's not any specific one PR that just blows everything wide open. But any other questions? Questions, comments, concerns? Is Trump still talking? He is.
BRK. B 3000% burst. BRKU 3000% burst.
No, because he may have a conflict, so we don't talk about it. Never talk to him. Elon's amazing. He's never asked me for a favor in business whatsoever. I'm actually a little surprised by it. I might do it, I might not do it. I do what's right, and he'd want me to do what's right. He's a patriot. He is never, these are big deals we're talking about. This is probably nothing like
What tools, news scanners, etc. So I will, I'm not even trying to, I'm the type of person, I have to use a product and, actually love it before, I talk about it and, really do see value in it. And, trade ideas is definitely, I can't trade without it. Maybe there's something better out there, but I've used it for probably 7 years now, 6 years, something like that. And, the scanner settings we have on the website and, the software trade ideas, you plug those two in and it's my eyes and ears. It literally makes it so I don't have to put much effort at all to find things that are moving. And I have it volume coordinated. So if it's going up, it's quiet. If it's going down, it's yelling. So I don't even have to look at the screen. It manages all the gappers, whether it's small caps, large caps, highest relative volume scanner, all that good stuff. It's my eyes and ears to the market, and then I react based accordingly. And then Twitter. Twitter I use for news and Varmacno trading. Some of you guys post good news alerts and things like that. Do you think Tenon will run again? I mean, I have no idea. Will Tenon run again? I don't love that it's a bio stock. Bio stocks that are small caps, they do offerings. I believe it's had 2 offerings yesterday, and they did a slimy one right at the market close, which was crazy because it went down, and then at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard, what time is that? It's 1 a.m. Pacific Standard, I think. Then it went all the way back up to 440, something like that. What a crazy little run just in first. I don't know who's awake at that time, but I don't know. There's people getting squeezed out margin. I have no idea, but pretty wild that it has that movement. I've been noticing that as of late for the past 5 months. But how do you use your percentage gains and losers to know when you should sell winning and losing trades? How do you know using your percentage gains and losers when you should sell? I mean, that's such a complicated question. It depends on if we're in a hot market. It depends on how much volume's in the name. It depends on the price of the stock. It depends on the trend. There's so much depending upon when I should sell, winning or losing trades. I mean, that's so complicated. I don't really know how to answer that in one way. And to answer that completely would take hours, maybe days. So what I would say, Farzan, is study. I always tell this to people. The best free thing you can do for yourself, go on FinViz, look at the highest gainers and losers every single day. Study those into the ground. See how they react. Those are real people buying and selling. And if you can get a hold of human emotion and an understanding of what people are doing on the ups and the downs of the most volatile stocks of the day, over time, you can maybe put yourself into a position where you can see yourself getting in and getting out. And then you start to build muscle memory. And then, you start to become successful. That's the best free option that I could recommend. Hey, Ken, I remember when you did the BTX trade. Do you still remember that? How do you I don't want to talk about that. Do I ever? How could I forget that name? That thing was demoralizing. It took everything out of me. I think I lost. I don't even want to say the number. I lost a lot of money on that name. How do you bounce back from that loss? I mean, for how much studying I've done in the markets over the years, I know that I can come back from it. I mean, I have. It's just, that was brutal. That was like, to be honest, that wasn't the low in my career. But like, biggest losses, probably. Yeah. How do you come back from that? You just got to trust in your study. You got to trust in what you know. You got to trust that you can come back from anything. I've been trading so long. If I'm trading, I know I can make money. I know that I know how to do that. I know that, if everything is hitting the fan, I know that I can consistently make money no matter what. I've been doing this so long that, that's just what I know. I have so much faith in myself and how long I've been studying and all the mistakes that I've made that I just know. I've done it in hot markets, cold markets, crazy markets, not crazy markets. Like, it's just, I put in a lot of time to this craft, and when my back's against the wall, it's when I do the best. So if you started trading today, knowing all you know today, what would you do to learn trading? Invest in yourself. Whether it's with me or with someone else out there, I don't really care. I've seen free content, I've seen paid content, and paid content is 1,000 times better every time. So I invested in myself. I paid for lots of other content throughout my career. It also makes me focus more because I actually paid for something. I want to study something that I paid for. If it's free, you can just have the mentality, it's there, I'll get to it when I want to. People put in so much time into the paid content, and, I just recommend investing in yourself, Robert. Buy people's courses, buy people's stuff that you trust, that you believe in, that you've seen have worked. And if you can't afford any of that stuff, that's fine. Just, like I said, go on Finviz. There's tons of free content. I'm a free chat room. All my YouTube stuff's for free. You can go back and look at all my trades from all the years of me turning 1,000 into 1,000,000. I try to make it super accessible. I try to be super transparent, super honest, and show you all my mistakes and my weaknesses. I'm not going to be one to hide from any of that. I've done it for years, and that's who I always will be. I'm not going to sit here and say that this game was all sunshine and rainbows. Like, BTX was excruciating. I've made millions and I've lost millions, and there are highs and lows to both. But from everything that I've seen over my career, 1,000,000%, if you can afford to invest in yourself, do it, because you only live once. I know that's a famous saying. You only live once, and if you invest in yourself, you're not going to regret it. I mean, that's all I can say. I won't go up too much more. It can't just make sure it's a well thought out decision. Don't just rush into something and just buy everything you can. I mean, everything that I bought was well thought out and thoroughly, thought through. Hey, Cam, I remember when you used to show your recaps, P&L, massive 6 and green days, and also red days. You used to say you want to leave it 0%. I still use it, dog. I still use it. Yeah. They're going through some issues, but it's my home. Like, I can't not trade without Trade Zero. Like, I love that I can short when I need to. Overall, they are solid. Is there better brokers out there? Probably. It's my home though, at least for trading. Not long term, not swing trading, but for trading, it's going to sound crazy, but that and Robinhood, you know. Yeah, sympathy plays were huge for me. They don't quite work as well anymore, dog. I think whether it be me teaching them all the time and being worn out, you kind of lose edge when you teach your strategies and people learn for them for free. Did I care? Not really. I want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to learn from me, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing and how I do it. And the biggest thing I probably ever did for myself was learn how to sympathy trade. You get massive runners, and then you get sympathy moves behind it. And those were, some of the crazy times for me. But I focused really hard on that setup. So, all right, guys, any other questions, comments, concerns from me? Tesla's kind of perking up. Did you say something about cars?
The remainder, the entirety of the group message and editor-in-chief.
What's going on here?
Just before that attack on the Houthis,
I have no idea. The state of Indiana.
By the Inspector General into the signal chat as the
Don't know what's going on. Appreciate that, dog. Thanks for the response. How do you use average win rate? I wouldn't worry. I mean, if it's me, at least from what I didn't worry too much about my win rate. I just worried about if I was profitable. Don't worry, Eric. Yeah, too short, no problem. Stop losses. I don't use like hard stops. Sometimes they can get slipped up. Sometimes the market makers can trap you into those. It's not that I don't recommend them because sometimes it adds to your discipline if you can add hard stops to your world. But I'm an experienced trader, so I don't really need to do that. But if you're younger and you're newer, I don't think it's a bad thing. People have been asking me about this Robinhood credit card. Oh, does all my links work? Does my chat room links work? I want to make sure all that stuff works. How long have I been on here? 30 minutes. I want to kind of keep it under that. Does all my links work on my YouTube? Normac Newell, Brokerage, Main thing is actually, does my chat room link work on my website? Can somebody confirm that pretty quick here? I am trying to get off here, but can somebody confirm that? Oh yeah, and a couple people have been asking about this Robinhood credit card. Hey, I use it. The Robinhood Gold card, I already have Robinhood Gold, so it's like $50 a year. I think they give you $10 off. You get 3% back on everything, uncapped. You can then reinvest that percentage into the market. That's at least what I do for the most part. It makes it so easy, so effortless. 3% back on everything is absolutely solid. It's one of my favorite cards currently on the market. It's free money, so I use it. If I go like this, copy text, paste, what in the heavens? That did not work. I was trying to copy the link. Hold on. I'm just curious to see if this works. If you can click on this. Tesla's popping up. Don't know why. Maybe there's some news. I was hoping that Trump would announce that you can deduct your car payment. That's pretty cool for the car world. Can Can you click that link? I think you can. That's the Robinhood credit card. Feel free to check it out. If you don't like the percentage back or whatever they are using these days, don't use it. But people have been asking me about it, and I post in the chat room here and there. I'm here to help with anything that I can in the finance world, or at this point in my life, I can help with more than that. But yeah. So there's that. I think that link works. Yes, it works, but verification is kind of difficult. Okay, well, I want the verification to be difficult because I'm tired of these freaking bots coming in trying to scam people. I tell you what, man, if people just spent less time trying to scam and put all that time into learning about the market or learning something productive, not only would they be doing something productive in the world instead of just trying to scam people for their life, but it's like the amount of time they put into this is just obscene. Like, I just don't understand. Not whatever. I don't get it. People come in the chat room, I've been trading for 10 other people, join my chat room, making millions. It's like, come on. Like, if people fall for that stuff, I'm sorry, but like, it just feels like it's like deserved, It's like, come on, like, why would somebody just come in my room and say, hey, I've been making millions, there's 10 of you, lucky winners, I'm going to make you millions, and then you believe that? Like, I don't know. It's frustrating that you guys, if you do fall for that, it's frustrating. Because it's like, I'm not going to do that. You guys have known me for years and years and years. I am not someone to try and take your money or trade your money or any of that stuff. It's just like, anyways, but frustrating stuff. Don't fall for that crap. I've been trying to, kick those people out, and I got to also get the mods to be able to do that. I've just been slacking on that, but did that link work in the top chat there for Robinhood credit card? You can check that out. Any questions, comments, concerns, guys? I've been on here quite a bit. I want to make sure I kind of get all that taken care of, and then I'm going to try and get on almost every day. To be honest, it was pretty seamless to get on stream. Way easier than it used to be, I think. So, which was your favorite year of trading in small caps? Probably 2021, I think. I believe it was 2021. I don't know why I'm wearing a Milwaukee Brewers shirt the day before the Mariners are. That's pretty funny, but okay, perfect. Thanks, Nick. You want to talk about me not getting up to do anything? I believe that was 2021. Talk about an insane time. Life-changing, really. All right, folks. I will see you next time. I appreciate you guys coming in. I'm going to try and get on more. I'm going to try and be active more. But as is, I will see you guys next time. Okay? And until then, we're going to say cheers, team, and go M's.